Welcome to StarWatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next.
1 year has passed. 12 months of silence, questions, and reflection. And yet, one simple question still lingers in the minds of many viewers across China and beyond. Has Hunan television ever offered a public apology to Wang Yibo? What began as a breathtaking New Year's Eve performance has slowly transformed into one of the most discussed stage safety conversations in recent entertainment history. On that night, millions tuned in to celebrate music, spectacle, and fresh beginnings. They saw a young performer suspended nearly 50 meters above the ground, delivering what appeared to be a flawless high-altitude routine. The lights were dazzling, the choreography precise, the atmosphere electric. But when the footage was replayed, slowed down, and examined frame by frame, something unsettling emerged. A safety buckle that did not appear fully secured, a detail so small yet so significant. And from that moment, celebration gave way to concern. Today, we revisit that night not to ignite controversy, but to understand what it revealed about responsibility, professionalism, and the value placed on human safety in modern spectacle. On the evening of December 31st, 2024, the stage was designed to impress. Grand visuals, ambitious mechanics, and high-altitude wirework combined to create a dramatic centerpiece for the gala. Wang Yibo, known for his discipline and dedication to live performance, took on one of the most technically demanding segments of the night. Suspended high above the stage, he executed controlled turns, backward leans, and precise landings. From a viewer's perspective, it was seamless. The broadcast quickly attracted extraordinary online engagement, with clips circulating widely and praise flooding social media. Yet it was within that same circulation that observant viewers began to notice something unexpected. When performance footage was magnified and compared with rehearsal recordings, a subtle but troubling discrepancy appeared. During rehearsal, the safety buckle on the right side of the harness appeared fully fastened. During the live broadcast, however, it seemed not entirely secured. For those unfamiliar with stage rigging, such a detail may appear minor. But for professionals in performance safety, redundancy and proper fastening are not optional. They are fundamental. At significant height, even the smallest oversight can carry enormous risk. What intensified public concern further was a brief backstage clip that surfaced soon after. It suggested that while the harness had been attached, a final check may not have been visibly completed before the lift began. Wang Yibo was seen checking one side himself, but the ascent followed quickly thereafter. It is important to approach such moments with balance. Live productions are complex environments involving dozens of technicians, performers, and coordinators working under immense time pressure. Equipment handling involves layers of procedure. Yet this very complexity is precisely why strict protocols exist. The public conversation quickly shifted from whether equipment could loosen on its own to broader questions about workflow accountability. Was the final inspection process sufficiently rigorous? Were cross-check systems in place? And perhaps most importantly, was there transparent communication after concerns were raised? In the days following the event, Wang Yibo's fan community released a formal statement. Its tone was firm, yet measured. The message was clear. This was not about sensationalism or emotional overreaction. It was about safeguarding the well-being of performers. They called for an investigation, clarity, and accountability, not hostility. Their stance resonated beyond fan circles because it touched on a universal principle. Audiences may admire spectacular visuals, but they never wished to see artistry achieved at the expense of safety. What transformed the situation from a short-lived debate into a year-long discussion was the perceived absence of a detailed public response from the organizing broadcaster. Hunan Television has long been a leading platform in large-scale entertainment programming. It has collaborated with numerous high-profile artists, including Wang Yibo, across various events. The relationship was not new or temporary. That context made many observers hope for an open clarification, perhaps an explanation of internal review procedures, or reassurance about strengthened safeguards going forward. Instead, the public sphere remained largely quiet. Silence in high-profile situations can often speak louder than statements. In the digital age, audiences expect transparency. They understand that no production is immune to error, but they also value visible responsibility. A concise update, even one acknowledging ongoing internal assessment, might have eased tension. Without it, speculation naturally filled the space. This conversation also emerged at a time when stage productions have grown increasingly ambitious. Over the past decade, gala performances have embraced elaborate mechanics, aerial choreography, and immersive visual effects to compete for viewer attention. Spectacle has become a defining feature of major broadcasts. Yet as stages rise higher and mechanisms become more intricate, the margin for oversight narrows. Industry professionals have long emphasized the need for continual safety audits and evolving technical standards. The New Year's Eve incident did not invent these concerns, it simply amplified them. Interestingly, that same evening saw separate debates about lip-syncing and performance authenticity. While unrelated in nature, both discussions pointed to a shared expectation from audiences: professionalism. Whether in vocal delivery or rigging safety, viewers expect integrity behind the glamour. In that sense, Wang Yibo's live singing combined with physically demanding choreography underscored a commitment to authenticity. It highlighted the contrast between artistic dedication and systemic responsibility. 1 year on, the key question remains less about assigning blame and more about learning. Has the broadcaster implemented clearer double-check protocols? Have staff training procedures evolved? Has communication with artists regarding safety briefings become more transparent? These are constructive questions, not confrontational ones. They reflect an industry growing more mature, more accountable, and more aware of public scrutiny. From another perspective, the incident also showcased the power of collective awareness. Fans, the often underestimated, demonstrated that organized advocacy can raise industry-wide conversations. By framing their concerns around safety rather than emotion, they expanded the discussion beyond celebrity culture into ethical production standards. In doing so, they contributed to a broader cultural shift. Entertainment can be thrilling, but it must also be responsible. There is also a human dimension that should not be overlooked. Performers place significant trust in their teams. When stepping onto elevated platforms or into complex rigging systems, they rely on unseen professionals to safeguard their well-being. Trust is built on procedure. Procedure is built on discipline. And discipline thrives in environments where accountability is clear and communication is open. As we reflect on that December evening, yet perhaps the most meaningful outcome would be renewed emphasis on safety culture across the entertainment industry. Not reactive measures born from controversy, but proactive frameworks integrated into every rehearsal, every technical briefing, every live countdown. Grand performances will always captivate audiences, yet their true success lies not only in visual impact, but in the quiet assurance that everyone involved returns home safely. So has an apology been issued? Public records remain limited. But perhaps the deeper measure of responsibility is not confined to a single statement. It lies in actions taken behind the scenes, in procedures strengthened, in lessons internalized. The public may not witness those internal reforms directly, but their effects shape future productions. For viewers, the lasting takeaway is clear. Admire the artistry, celebrate the spectacle, but never stop valuing safety as the foundation beneath it all. Because without that foundation, even the brightest stage lights lose their meaning. If you found this reflection insightful, please consider subscribing to StarWatch Now. We explore the stories behind the headlines with balance, curiosity, and respect. Your support allows us to continue examining the moments that shape modern entertainment, always with thoughtful perspective. Thank you for watching, for engaging, and for being part of this growing community. Stay with us for more in-depth conversations. And as always, take care and stay inspired.